Hi friends, I'm here with a yoga offering. As always, please go at your own pace, rest whenever you need to. Feel free to skip things or change things if they're not working for you today. Let's begin on our backs. You can come into a Savasana type position. Go ahead and spread out and either close your eyes or take a soft gaze up towards the ceiling. Start to slow down your breath. Bringing your full attention into your body, feeling where you are right now. And anytime you notice that your mind has wandered onto something else, invite it back. Feeling maybe where your body touches the floor, or the movement created by your breathing. And you're welcome to keep your eyes closed or open them as it's useful for you throughout your practice. Let's begin by sliding arms overhead, stretching out really long through your arms and legs, reach through your fingers and your toes. Interlace your fingers, press out through your palms, flex your feet, reaching through the heels of your hands, heels of your feet. And then release. Bring your right knee to your chest. Give that knee a good squeeze in, maybe a little jiggle, releasing deep into your hip crease. And then straighten the right leg up towards the ceiling, holding somewhere behind your leg. Flex and point your foot a few times. Circle your ankle a couple times one way, a couple times the other way. Bend your knee back in, open your knee out to the right, and then straighten part way or all the way out to the side, grounding down through the back of the left leg. And then release, bend your knee, bring it across, spinal twist. Open out through the right arm, let your knee and shoulder reach away from one another. And then staying in your twist, try straightening your right leg on a low diagonal, right arm on a high diagonal, letting fingers and toes reach away from one another. And then roll back onto your back. Bring both knees in, take a little circle or rock with your knees, massaging the lower back and sacrum into the floor. And then grab hold of just the left knee. Drop the right leg long, squeeze this knee in. And then straighten the left leg up towards the ceiling. Flex and point your foot a few times. Circle your ankle a couple times one way, a couple times the other way. Bend your knee back in, open it out to the left, and then straighten part way or all the way out to the side, grounding down through the back of your right leg. And then release, bend your knee, bring it across. Spinal twist, first with a bent knee. And then try straightening the left leg on a low diagonal, left arm on a high diagonal. Roll back onto your back. Bring both knees in. Take a little circle or rock with your knees. And then drop your feet to the floor. You got set up for some core work. Start by drawing the belly in, pressing the lower back down from the inside. Keep that going strongly. And then cross your right leg over the left, like eagle. Shins parallel to the floor and ceiling. Interlace your fingers behind your head and lift your head and chest up. So this will be pretty much it with just a small movement. Each time you exhale, squeeze the legs together and up. As you inhale, release that. The whole time shoulders are off the floor. Whole time belly pulling in strongly. So just this very subtle squeezing together and up. Let's take 2 more like this. Last one. And then release the head down. Place your hands at the front of the right thigh and push your hands into your legs, push your legs into your hands. You're just matching your own resistance. Knees are trying to push to your chest and your hands won't let them. Whole time belly strong, lower back pressing down, but can you relax your face? Last breath here. Release, unwind, and switch. Left leg on top. Interlace fingers behind the head again. Lift the head and chest. Each exhale, legs squeeze together and up. As you inhale, release that squeeze. So not a lot going on, but quite intense. Let's take a couple more. Each exhale, squeezing together and up. Last 2. One more. And then release. Hands to the front of the left thigh. Push your hands into your legs. Legs push into your hands. You get to decide how much you press. And try a little bit more. And then release. Unwind. Bring your feet to the floor. Interlace fingers behind the head again. Then just simple exhale, lift the head and chest. Inhale, release down. Up and down. Up and down. Up and down. Let's take 2 more. Last one. Release. Stretch long through your arms and legs. Bring your knees back in, little circle or rock. Make your way up to sitting. And let's come into tabletop. Hands and knees. If you want to pad your knees and you have something, you might put a blanket or cushion under the knees. Hands right under shoulders, knees under hips. We'll take a few rolls through the spine, starting by lifting the head and tail, arching. Exhale, round. Inhale, arch. Exhale, curve. Inhale, arch. Exhale, curve. Now, inhale, arch. From here, shift your weight forward, bend your elbows straight back, and dip part way or all the way to the floor. Press up from there. Round. Arch. Go forward to dip down. Press up. Round. Arch. One more time. Dip down. Press up. Round, and then sink back to child's pose, releasing hips to the heels, forehead to the floor. Finding a relaxed position for your neck and shoulders. With arms out in front of you, walk your hands over to the left. And then pull back through the right hip, stretching right side a little more. Come through center and over to the other side. Pull back through your left hip, stretching left side a bit more. Back to center. And let's lift up through table and come back to downward facing dog. And you're welcome to move around, explore, experiment. You might pedal out your feet a little bit or shift the hips side to side. And then walk your hands and feet towards one another. Let's hang in Ragdoll. Feet hip width apart, parallel. You can bend your knees a little or a lot. Might take a sway or shake out here. Letting go. Bend your knees a little more and slowly roll up, coming all the way up to standing. Step up to the front of the mat. Hands together, feet can be together or apart, mountain pose. Let's take a full A-series sun salutation. Next inhale, arms sweep high. Exhale, fold forward, swan dive down. Inhale, lengthen. Step or hop your feet back, lower down. Up dog or cobra. Back to down dog. Please take the time you need for all your transitions. And let's take 5 breaths in down dog or child's pose or sitting or any other neutral shape. One more deep breath here. Come back through down dog and step or hop your feet forward. Inhaling, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, up to standing. Exhale, arms press down. Again, inhale, arms high. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Step or hop your feet back, lower down. Up dog or cobra. Back to down dog. This time from down dog, take the right leg up. Bend your knee in and start circling this bent right knee, making the biggest circle possible for your hip joint, feeling what you're doing. Next time your leg is up, reach it straight, and then take a big step forward, low lunge. We'll drop the back knee. Feel free to pat it. You could roll up the side of your mat or use a blanket. And you may want to use blocks or props for your hands if it's at all difficult to reach the floor. As you sink your hips forward, look for a stretch on the front of the left hip, and feel free to take that front foot further forward if it's too far back. You can keep your hands on the floor, blocks, the front leg, your hips, or bring arms all the way up. One more breath here. Release. Make your way to down dog. You might take a vinyasa, you might just step back. Feel what you are doing, whatever that is. From down dog, left leg sweeps up. Bend your knee in and start circling. Next time your leg is up, reach it straight. Big step forward, low lunge. Drop the back knee. Pat it if you like. Maybe grab props for your hands. As you sink the hips forward, look for an opening at the front of the right hip. You can take whatever variation you did on the first side. If your hands were down, on your body, up in the air. Feeling what you're doing, feeling where you are. Last breath here. Release. Make your way to down dog. And then settle into a good rest, whether that's down dog or something else. Last deep breath here. Coming back through down dog, step or hop your feet forward, inhaling flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, up to standing. Exhale, arms press down. Let's bend the knees and come into chair, Utkatasana. Hips sink low. Head reaches high. Shoulders drop low, fingers reach high. Strong core supporting you. One more breath here. Release, fold forward. Inhale, lengthen. Step or hop back, lower down. Up dog or cobra. And back to down dog. Right leg sweeps up. Step forward, low lunge. Arms up. Release, hands to the floor or to your blocks. Let's come back for a hamstring stretch. You can inch the front foot forward. So when you flex the toes back, your hips are right above the back knee. Hands right under shoulders as high as you need them. So you can come right up onto the highest setting of your blocks, or use what you've got around the house. If you don't have anything, you can use your hands on your shin. Just make sure you're not locking that knee, a little bend to protect the joints. If you want to go further, you could also slide the front heel towards splits, Hanumanasana. Finding your edge, wherever that is right now. If you did slide forward, slide your way back to release. Let's bring both hands to the inside, turn out through the right foot, and then come down to lizard pose. You can come onto your elbows on blocks or the floor. Feel free to shift your weight a little bit more one way or another. If you want to add a quad stretch, you could also try bending the back leg, reaching for it and drawing it in. If that doesn't work for you, don't do it. To release, make your way to down dog. You can take any movement transition. From down dog, when you're ready, left leg sweeps up. Step forward, low lunge. Arms up. Release. Hands to the blocks or the floor. Take the hips back. Inch the front foot forward. Flex the toes back. Hamstring stretch. You're customizing this so it works for you. Going in the directions you know to go in, meeting your edge. At any moment, you might go deeper, you might back out. If you did explore splits on the other side, you can try that again. If you did slide forward, slide your way back. Let's bring both hands to the inside. Turn out through the left foot, coming down to lizard pose. So you can adjust this, explore within this. If you did add a quad stretch, you can add that again. One more breath here. Release. Make your way to down dog, however you get there. From down dog, let's come all the way through to sitting and onto our backs. Bring your knees in. Take a little circle or rock. Drop your feet to the floor and get set up for a couple back bends, starting with bridge. Feet right under the knees, hip width apart, parallel. Press your feet down, lift your hips up. Once your hips are high enough, interlace your fingers behind your back, shrug your shoulders underneath you. Remember the opening in the front of the hips you felt in low lunge? Can you bring that same opening here by lifting hips so high? Take your arms out of your way, roll down and rest with back flat. You can rest here until you feel like coming up again. If you feel like coming up again, take the same thing we just did, bridge, or any other back bend you know or want to try. So half wheel, full wheel, supported bridge. Feel free to be creative or stick with what is familiar. Each time you come up, stay as long or short as you like. Could be just 1 or 2 breaths. Could be a long hold. Each time the pose feels complete, come down and rest. If you want to come up again, come up again. You can keep going until you're satisfied. When you're done, move on to a counter stretch. So that could be happy baby, a forward fold, knees to chest, or something else. I'm going to, wind down this practice. So if you want to join me in winding things down, do that in the way that feels good for you. Is there a last pose you want to get in? Is there a part of your body that could use some attention? If you want to keep practicing, you can also keep going. If you're winding things down, just ask yourself, what's needed now? Could be a yoga pose, could be just some movement or self-massage. Take the time you need for whatever you're doing. And eventually come into a symmetrical, relaxed position for your final rest. Letting go. Letting go of the weight of your body, letting go of the control of your breath. Slowly begin to wiggle your fingers and toes. Let this movement increase gradually through your wrists and ankles, eventually stretching out through your arms and legs. When you're ready, bring your knees in. Roll to one side. And then use your hands to help you up to sitting. Bring hands together at the heart. Namaste. Thank you, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me. Hope you have a good rest of your day. Thank you so much for supporting me in any way that you do. Sharing what I do is a great, easy way to support it. Liking my Facebook page, joining my Facebook group, Chandra Cantor Yoga Community, subscribing to my YouTube channel, super easy. And financial contributions are really appreciated. Venmo, PayPal, Patreon are 3 easy ways, and good old-fashioned check in the mail is always fun. So thank you.